What is it that makes a toilet go bad? I guess we'll have to find out.
This content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no
a
one.
second.
Oh, no.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. Septum Sin versus the world. 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 I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching Septum Sin versus the World. I'm Septum Sin. Today, we're going to be talking about interesting movies. As I said, what is it that makes a toilet go bad? Is it too much Taco Bell? Or is it something even less savory? Here we have the movies Death Toilet and Death Toilet 2, or actually number 2. These are two movies from Anhedenia Films, and due to their presence on physical media, they will not be included in the ongoing Anhedenia project. These films were the first thing introduced to me by Evan Jacobs. When I saw the review the first time on Delusions of Grandeur, I believe. I am usually intrigued by such topics. I mean, it's a killer toilet. What could be more B-movie-ish than that? I mean, really. These DVDs, of course, don't have much on them, so I'm going to probably end up mainly rating this on the movies when it comes to the end rating, but of course I do it traditionally. So this is the cover art, and the cover art's pretty cool. I like that it has like a little thing here, got little googly eyes. Not much in the way of disc art. It's got some stuff about the CGI shark and house shark, which I liked well enough. And another movie here. So you get a lot of stuff came with when I ordered this off of, which you can also get off of SRS Entertainment, by the way. Death Toilet number 2, I like the disc art there. Again, burning toilet in the middle of the city. It's going to take out the city. And of course, disc art is the same. Of course, you can see the paper on this doesn't quite fit the disc. But, in any case, I have watched the vast majority of Anhedenia films, with these being, of course, the exception. With what I have seen, his strength tends to lie in drama and comedy, usually when it involves multiple actors, giving him somebody to bounce off of. The weaker of the films in this group seem to be the horror entries and those that tend to be him monologuing throughout. That seems to be my take on what I've seen. There are exceptions to the rules. One of them being The Riverbed, as a matter of fact, which is a little bit of both. Now, in my upcoming review, I feel kind of bad about saying it. I label certain parts of it as potentially silly instead of scary, but at the same time, it was probably one of the most effective horror movies I've seen on the channel, or from this particular, and I do still want this film. I felt that the best of these have run this line just kind of like right here on the edge. And I think this really applies also to Death Toilet 1 and 2. So let's start with the first film, which is followed by an individual getting back from fighting in Vietnam, realizing that his brother has died of mysterious circumstances, and getting ready to sell the guy's house. Strange noises are coming from the toilet, and this brings him to question his brother's death. So, the first film has some fun moments. I really enjoyed the beginning and cringed at what was going on. The acting in this one was passable, and I was able to enjoy it and get into the characters as the movie went on, especially the one who played the preacher. There was something about his performance that just, I felt the intensity of it, that just, it really worked for this film. The explosions and the clips of the old newscasting, they were pretty good. I think that they helped really intensify many of the scenes that were going on. You could definitely feel it, especially when they got to the exorcism scene. The writing with the main character, having to do things both mentally and physically throughout the movie, I really do believe that this time the effects did very good in exemplifying the writing of this film. Finally, the music was fun. Of course, we'll talk about that more with number 2. Now, there are a few scenes to me in this one here that I thought went on a little bit too long, maybe. The main character survive, and where we find out the main character, where the main character is getting ready to show off his knife skills, that kind of went on a little bit longer than I had initially liked. But I also don't know what California law is, but could they have painted over the orange tip on the gun that they were using just to make it look more realistic? Again, I don't know. It may be the law that you cannot film, or that you need like an expensive permit to paint one of these fake guns like black like that. I just don't know. But otherwise, I really don't have much else on this one. I think this is actually a pretty solid... This is a pretty solid film. So let's talk about number 2. The second film takes place after the first film, where we find out that the main character survived the end of the last movie. He's going around the racing circuit and then takes his toy gun with him wherever he goes, even when he goes to the bathroom. Well, especially when he goes to the bathroom. It seems that the demon toilet is striking again, and the priest asks for his help to once again charge into the breach. Death Toilet number 2. I think this one really did address the flaws of the first movie pretty well. And again, the acting was decent to good in many parts. I really don't feel that I really do feel that the special effects use in these films has improved over other films. Like films like The Park and Don't Get Out, I kind of felt like there were just more experiments with, I can do this and I can insert this into my film, more than having real context within the film. Here I feel it has more purpose to it. The music kicks it up a notch, and the ending theme I really enjoy. I listened to that a couple of times. This one, the effects can be overwhelming at times, but really, Death Toilet number 2, not a lot of bad to be said. Quite an enjoyable film. So in the end, I have been on the fence at best when it comes to a lot of the horror coming from the studio, with exceptions of films like The Riverbed and some of the DV series. And I feel that the Death Toilet series is an enjoyable and fun watch as long as you're not trying to take it too seriously. Of course, why anyone would take a movie about a possessed toilet seriously, well, you do you. I would give Death Toilet a 7 out of 10 for the first, being close to the lower 7, and of course the second being towards the higher 7. So, I would like to think that the Death Toilet series will be 7 out of 10. If you can, I would recommend you check out and watch these films. I'll include a link in the description down below. This has been Septum Sin, and I'll meet you back again for the YouTube shoutout. Greetings! You're watching Septum Sin, and this is the YouTube shoutout. Today's shoutout is going to be for the channel Inside Kids. This is another spin-off from the Rebel Gaming show, well, Rebel Gaming Club. As you can see, I got my shirt on. You know, unofficial member of the club. Gotta shout out these guys. This is, of course, Jordan and Nick Sage. They're getting together. They've been talking about doing this for a long time. They are doing a Let's Play channel. Right now, they went ahead and they went through Super Mario World in the shortest way possible, but they did get through it. And now they're playing Resident Evil 2, the remake. It's fun. It's good conversation. You get to hear some fun stuff. It gets a little too personal at times, but still, it is pretty awesome. If you haven't already subbed these people and you enjoy the Rebel Gaming Club, or you enjoy some of the others like Drunken Master Studios, you should probably check these people out. Link in the description below. Well, that's been another YouTube shout out. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one.